Hello, hamjambo. My name is Mwaikwasi, and this is the Mwaikwasi Mic. For this episode, it is a little bit different. We are not just releasing it with full of excitement. No, this is not the case. We released this episode with a heavy heart because it is unfortunate that our guest, whom we featured on this video, is no longer with us. He went to be the Lord. He passed on. I recall Elvis. He was a good friend, an advisor, and just like a brother to me. We met at TUM, Technical University of Mombasa, where we schooled together. Yeah, it was beyond just the normal student politics that characterized him. He was someone whom, when you meet at personal level, could challenge you to do your best. I can say that he was always there for his people and the comrades at large. I recall his phrase that he used to use a lot during his campaign, saying that comrades must enjoy, comrades must enjoy. And indeed, the comrades enjoyed. It is unfortunate that where you see him, we are with him here. We talked a lot, shared a lot of ideas, political insights, but none of us knew that this could be the last conversation that we could ever have on camera. So fare thee well, my brother. I pass my condolences to the family, the Technical University of Mombasa fraternity, the friends, and all the people who knew Elvis, alias the Beast. Fare thee well. May we find comfort in the memories that we shared together with you and strength in the legacy that you leave behind. Unfortunately, you are not here with us. I recall our last chat, asking me about the video, and I told you when it will be out. I'll be sure to tell you, but unfortunately, this will not be the case. So this video is in your memory, a tribute to preserve your ideas, the thoughts that you had, and also leave an inspiration to the upcoming people that will always look up to you and the lessons that you share. So this is for you. This is for your memory, brother. Fare thee well. Once again, my condolences to the family, friends, TUM fraternity, and all those who knew Elvis Otieno, alias the Beast. Fare thee well. Joey, Joey, Joey. Hello, hamjambo tena. My name is Mwaikwasi, and this is the Mwaikwasi Mic, the biggest political show at the Kenyan coast and very soon in Africa and beyond. Watch the pace. In case you're here to become a member, subscribe. This is the home of political conversations. In today's episode, we want to dwell further into the issue of campus elections, student politics, and all about what revolves around the youth participation in politics from the start till to the end which is national politics. So in today's episode, I'm honored to have my longtime friend and comrade. He calls himself the Beast from the East, but he'll introduce himself further as far as this whole issue is concerned. Karibu kiongozi.
Asante sana. I'm glad to be here. By name, I'm Elvis Otieno, alias the Beast, President Emeritus, Technical University of Mombasa. That is the only university at the sea level.
Yeah.
To add more, it's the only university that is not named after the dead people. Actually, if you go so much, you see there's Kenyatta University, Dedan, Kimathi, Moi. But we are blessed. I was blessed to be a President Emeritus of the only university at the sea level that is not named after the dead people. I also double as to be the Secretary General of Kenya University Student Organization. That is, goes across the whole country. The spokesperson of the KUSO. I also doubles up to be the chairperson of a young CBO that is called the Young Champions. It's a community-based organization. I'm also a chairperson of a movement called the VAR. That is the Visionary Alliance for Ruto. Thank you so much.
Kwa hivyo wewe ni unasema tutam.
Absolutely.
Okay, you'll tell us more about the issue of two-term.
Yeah.
But for now, I want us to start from student politics, which I believe were your inception into the political arena as far as the coastal scene is concerned. What was your motivation before I go further to the topic?
I think passionately, I believe leadership is about service. So I was motivated to serve our people. But generally, the foundation of, if you have a passion in leadership and political in general, I think the foundation kickstarts not only in the campus politics, but in the lower levels of education. That is from the primary, the secondary education. Then when you come to campus politics, you marinate it. Then when you go to the national, now you transition from experience. So it is what motivated me is just to serve the people. Yeah.
Okay, so will you say that there's a mirror? Like I will say that campus politics, they tend to look almost similar with the national politics.
Absolutely, campus politics is actually bigger than, it's not even a mirror, it's bigger than the national politics. Why am I saying this? In the campus politics, the funny thing and the unique thing, you are leading people who are learned, educated. Then 100% of the people you are leading are well conversant with the ongoings. These are somebody who got an A or B to be in a university. If you differentiate much with the national politics, the national politics is from an MP of an area. There are some people, the older, the millennials who didn't go to school, but you must serve them and lead them. They don't even understand that there's a promulgation of 2010 constitution. They can't even understand there's something called finance bill. They don't understand the math. But when you come to the universities, why is now the toughest one? Is you are dealing with everyone who is sharp and is educated. So you can't go with lies because they're already much aware of it. So actually, the mirror for national politics is campus politics, the other way around.
It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. I get you till there. So I'm curious to know what really takes, assuming kuna fresha mahali amekaa sahii anasema mimi nataka nikuje niongoze hii campus. What really takes to lead the student organization body?
Leadership can be exercised in different level. What it takes first is consistency and the willpower to serve the people. It is not necessarily to be in a position, a title that is recognized within the university for you to start serving people. Like me personally, I started fighting for the comrades while I was not even a class rep at that moment. So when you come as a person, you first have the willpower. You also have the passion to assist others, also to create a busy time of yours to help the people. So it's not just consistency, patience at the end of the day, and also you must be a good researcher for also to learn how the other people had gone. So you must be mentored. So that's why we are also here to mentor and nurture the young ones that are coming. So their presence, those who are at the eye, a fresher who is a first year, not to be worried. They must also, as we place a lane of somebody who was a president by that time, nurture and mentored us, and also have that willpower to push when this is wrong and stand when it's right, and also to differentiate, not about the psychophancy part, that first. And above thing, you must be resilient also.
Okay, so ulitumia pesa ngapi boss? Mtu anataka kusimama ajue pesa ni ngapi?
I want to tell you that much the bigger weapon, that's why sometimes in campus as well, is about the principles. It's unlike other field of politics, because I've told you, you might come with money. The only place that you can come with a lot of money and still get it tough to get it is in the campus, because they know this person I've come to is not going to serve us. So I don't have much quotation, but in every field you must facilitate other things.
So how much was the facilitation? How much was the facilitation to win the TUMSA?
The TUMSA. It is all rounded. If the branding part, the what is it called? The
mobilization,
the nomination fees, also the sustenance of your people, also to come, because there is some water when there's rallies. Yes, I don't have exact figure, but I can tell you that there's not big or much range.
It's the exact figure. Can you give a figure, an approximate range?
Approximate range. A good campus politician wants to vie for top civil executive post must at least have 200, 300,000. It will assist you in entire facilitation, not for hongo. Si ya kununua hongo lakini is to facilitate the events, to the branding part, and also when you have rallies, you must coordinate. There's also these MCs who come. So, but majorly, money is also a factor because at the end of the day, poverty is the enemy.
Exactly. So you've talked about 300,000. So 300,000 ilitoka wapi ndugu yangu? Do you have sponsors or is it your personal savings? Ama hii 3,000 utoka wapi?
Naturally, campus politics are the good thing of it. It is sponsored by the people, the students themselves.
Hapana bwana, comrade wa kunja. Kuna kitu utaki kusema kiongozi.
That's as I've been a president, leading over 20,000 students, and it's just a norm. Obviously, there's a big range. You say that there's some people don't have, there's some people who have. There's classes and tiers in the universities that comrades who are well off. That's why if you go to university, the first unit you're being taught, apart from communication skill, is entrepreneurship education. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Entrepreneur education. So you find that in your second year and third year, because naturally most student leaders come when now they're strong for the executive post when they're in that third year, because second year they're higher, the other arms like for the legislature part, the Congress part. But when they're coming to the top positions, they're always third year, which means they've in first year labda comrade akonja. You have learned what is called entrepreneurship education. Like now you're a journalist and you know very well. Yeah. You can come for an interview and then you get chapotatu poja. In a university, in a university where there's 20,000 people, if friends, however much uko na tabia mbaya, lakini huwezi kosa more than 500 friends. Hiyo labda uko na tabia mbaya sana. Kuna mtu hiyo ni introvert, then it's a mental issue. That you don't have a friend in a university where people share the same, because classmates, like personally classmates stood, everyone a little tao, that is around 30,000. So bigger part is from mentors who have made it also. There's some people in the political look up as role models, the support. But a bigger part is always sponsored within the students. Hiyo njaa kidogo cha potato foje, because they know when we get the position, not about giving them back. It's about if the fees is high, you reduce it. So you have also reduced the cost of fees. The university, so it's just a norm. And I think hii serikali ya Ruto ikikuja, all comrades must enjoy. Actually, that was my slogan. Comrades must enjoy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So coming to think of it, wewe uliingia kiti ule wakati wa 2022. Nakumbuka I was there, you know.
Yes.
Sasa kuna wale watu wenye kuna kusanya nao pesa, those people that were vying, all those people. How did those people recoup back their money?
No, I've told you leadership is about service. And
but nobody invests without return. So as a student body
in campus politics, it is not an investment for you gain back. It's unlike the national level. Somebody gives you money. When you get it, you don't know you gave it back. What the expectations of these people who assist you is just good leadership. Don't be so much sycophant to the university system and the management. Always make sure the conditions within the university are well catered for. They can watch football, unless if somebody gives you 100 shillings. And because if they're many, they come up to 100 shillings times, like say 500 people. That's a
50,000.
50,000. What this student expects with this 100, that when there's a game, like now, today we have Spain and France, I don't go and pay 50 bob outside to pay it, or go to a lounge to go and buy soda for 100 for 90 minutes. So I have it on our home base, that is within the university now, to watch it freely. So you pay for them DS. That is what they expect. So if they've given, the investment is good quality and good services for them. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
If the environment, they can't talk with their power, they must make sure the electricity all the time, where they're living, the conditions of their hostels are well. And it's also their enjoyment part now when they come to the fund base. That is what the expectation, because you can't refund back the money. So what the expectation and investment is much based on a principled leadership thereafter when you get to the office.
Exactly. So when you get to office, huwa inasemekana kuna pesa pale. Sasa kama rais, pesa huwa ni ngapi? Nasikia huwa mna mshahara pale.
In this is mshahara ni mtu ana payslip. Somebody who is salaried, that person should be equated to SHA. They should be equated to alipe affordable housing or what the sakatwe. Now kwa alipe tax, yeah. So those are not called salaries. That are called you can say allowances or honorariums.
So what's
so we don't have salaries in the universities. They're just allowances or what is called honorariums. That is what is in the university. So within the university, there's no salary, because if you say that Mwaikwasi is salaried, you must pay the tax, you must ukatwe pesa ya nyumba, you must all those things, pay, you must do pay as you earn, which is not there. So the university, we are not salaried. Yeah.
So have allowances. How much are the allowances?
No, the university is a kitty. How the university works, and it's across. It's like in a university, if you pay, let's say the fees now for a student who is in band 3 or band 5 is paying a fee of 30,000. Let's say for the maximum, or they're paying 30,000 shillings. There's always a breakdown. If you go to the fixed structure, there's always a breakdown of this fee. This is accommodation money. Let's say that from that money is 10,000. This is activity fee, activity levy. It's there allowed if it's 5,000. From this or this side, there was also have the benevolent. We have now what is now called to the student union kitty. So there's a union fee for the services of the student organizations. So you find that in a university where, let's say, the students are 10,000 students, once they complete to pay the fees, 500 shillings, it was 500 shillings, it is deducted to cater for the services to help the university. The key goal of the university is the welfare of the students, to assist in other welfares of the university to make things run. Because somebody like a class rep is not in the structure of the university. Something like you can't go even to do a budget that we are going to have a night that you could dance to have fun. Those are stages on the same. So you find that in the kitty, let's say it's 500 shillings.
So 500 shillings, assuming you have 10,000 students.
Yes.
On the lower side. When 2 it's 20,000. Yes. Yeah? That's 5 million shillings.
5 million shillings. So that is a 5 million shillings in a semester. You always find that this 5 million is in a university. We have 1 academic year, so you also serve for 1 academic year. Sisi yetu ni 1 term. You can go for 2 term, but only after 1 year you're done.
Yeah.
So majorly you serve for 2 semesters. Then there's a middle one that is a long holiday. So if you are elected in December, your term ends in December 28th. If you're elected in December 28th, your term ends 28th. If you count that time, there are only 2 valuable semesters within. That is January, April, and September, December. The other one, katikati, is a long holiday. So let's say in a 1 academic year, the university roughly in TUM, they collect like 8 million, if it's much on the basis side. That is before new funding model, because everything is systematized. Yeah. So relatively around something 6 or 7. What's the role of this now money? It's around 7 million.
So who accounts for that money?
So that is now the student leaders are responsible. So that what should they work to do directly for the welfare of the students?
Control ATM.
Yeah. So you find that that's where we come with the students must have events like cultural week. That is around costly. That is cost around 2 million. For university, if you want to do Mr. Crown, is around 2 or 3. Yeah. For university, those are events. You have what is called freshers night party to enter them. That's the role, to make sure the welfare of the student outside the academics one are well catered for. So also on the same, this also is where you allowance and you motivate those people who help the university. Like in a university, even the deputy vice chancellor doesn't do the match job. The match job is doing done with these class reps. A motivation factor, like there's a class, there's no university will provide for you money that go and call people, watakwambia lecturer amesema kuna class. For you to follow up, you need credit. So you take also from the kit to motivate these people. You can buy for them like 1,000 or 2,000 in a semester, a credit on the same for all class reps. There's around there are around 600 class reps in the university. There's around it goes the same. Yes.
600,000.
So it's a motivation factor. They can call the people the lecturer has done. This is the assignment, and also to do because is a special person outside the normal student. Hata wewe ulikuwa class rep was doing. That is also the other factor. The things I'm telling you for the payment of the DSTV, for things to work well, that is a fact. The reason for the same. Also, the union also act as a big thing in assisting the needy students. There's a structure that you come that within this money, the needy students who don't do exam genuinely, they lack this on the same. There's a bursaries kitty that we come within the students union to assist the people. We are not responsible to build the university. Those are now for the management. We have the welfare to move. Then also for us, also the leaders. You find that there's some short things we allowance ourselves. Like for now, if a student is arrested now outside the university, as much as the same labda walikuwa nafanya something, you can sort it out. So you allowance ourselves to assist on what is ongoing outside. The comrades must enjoy. Someday you say that go and they eat mambuzi. So also student leaders, there's no much salary that is quoted. Actually, it is not in the student constitution or student handbook that you should be paid this. There's no any law or a rule that is the same. So within if you work well, you can come as a team and feel that we allowanced ourselves. Also, there's also the oversight, why you can't misuse it. There's also another organ within the university, the Congress, that is now the legislature. The role is to oversight also how this money is being used at the executive level. Yeah. So in any university, there's no salaried student leader.
Ngoja, you have talked about allowances. So in a month, what can you rake in from the allowances?
You know, there's unpredictability of
on average.
There's unpredictability of how much will be the collection, because there's some students who have deferred. There's some students who are not within the system. So you might say that the general of those people in a university, sometimes you get that instead of 2 million, you collect for 1.5. So you must work it within. So the priority is student welfare. So the team can say that if they go even you take them for induction, you train them on civic educations, you do them what are the same. So there's not an average thing in unpredictability that the students, but sometimes if things are well, when we are motivating class reps or what, we motivate also ourselves within what is there after we have concluded the priorities. Yes, because I repeat to you, leadership is service.
Exactly. Just to cut you short, my brother, maybe we can work on a figure for the benefit of our viewers. What was the highest amount and what was the lowest amount? Give me that.
There?
What was the highest amount that you received as allowance and what was the lowest amount?
I don't have exact figure, but I remember there's a time we did well, while everything ran well, not because there's a lot of money, but there was I felt that the accountability part and the transparency part was at its best. So you might have budgeted for this and you have used it well. Find that at a point, sometimes you get 20,000 in a month or even after 2 months, because a semester is around 3 months. So in semester wise, you can say that you get 30,000.
So full semester 30,000.
Yeah. Is around there.
Ngoja acha nikuvute nyuma kidogo.
Yeah.
You have spent 300,000 here, kiongozi, si ndio?
Yeah.
If you talk about 30,000 per semester, we have 2 semesters. Si ndio? That is 60. So where are you recording the 240?
No, I've told you. I think also it's not there are some people who like now is a norm. If you go to US, people don't vie to get money. That's why we don't get. That's why it is funded by the people, and those people who have funded you, their role is to make sure you do the best services. Whether you get zero or you don't get zero, or you get totally more or doesn't more. The aim is not that we are investing to go and get money. In student campus is not about investment. Yeah. So even if you use 1 million or you do even what, it's not the aim. That's why I like what the new rule that Ethicon is bringing, the IBC. There are limits of campaign. Like for president, 4.4 billion. I've spent leadership even in the national. It's not about, because if you see the president salary, let's say 1 million in a year, that is 12 million. If in 5 years around, I think it a 1B is around in any, but campaigning say that goes to 4.4. Sometimes if you are blessed to get something, it's not about, it's also there's giving back to the community. Yeah, but in campus politics, the aim is not an investment, I get this money back. Then you will be, you can end up a union, you won't have the knowledge of servicing. Utakuwa na work kurudisha pesa yako. You want to work for the people.
So apart from the aspect of wanting to give back to the people, what's the catch of putting this whole money of 300,000?
Yeah?
Because what's the catch of willing to put 300,000? Because
something.
I remember, acha nguvute nyuma kidogo, hii 300,000 it may be you as a candidate, because for the past election that happened, I was talking to someone and then he told me he wanted to be at the executive. And then he told me, nimeambiwa ili kesho declaration ikifanywa na hakikisha kwamba bado niko hapo, nitafute 60,000 ndo atajwe. So I was wondering sasa, okay, huyu ameleta 60 na yeye si mwenye anapeperusha bendera.
16 ya nini? 16 ya nini?
Yeah, aliambiwa alete 60.
That's why I'm saying that we are in a university of higher education. And sometimes we are not responsible for the lack of knowledge. We might be teaching you, but we are sometimes not responsible for a lack of knowledge. Because you can't be told that Mwaikwasi has told you to break 60. 60 for what? That's why 60. We do accounts, we do accountability. What is the role? Yeah. So that's why we are in higher education. But I'm very sorry for her or him, because actually, even if it was me, I couldn't have told somebody. I could say that the person telling me is joking. Who is he? What has he done for you to tell you to come with the 60? Because the votes, people will vote you in there. And the ground of facilitation of what? See, you go and say that we need 60, even can't be because the same. We are going to even a meeting. And even if it's a meeting of our students, let's say it's 100 students. The best thing you can just do, you need their ears and freshening drinks. So 100 times 100 people, that's 10,000. What is the 64? So sometimes there are people who are siders who sometimes invade the campus politics to divert the attention, to look it as an opportunity for those people. There's what is called the weaponization of poverty. Yes, they say that now we have it, so we are going to give you this, bring this, I assist you. I'm the one who says, in the university, you can't say that I'm the mimi ndio kusema. Sema aje, these people are all sharp. Uni mtu mwenye anafanya degree, ukiona hata cluster points yenye ilikuja hapa. So because in 844 system, the most toughest, hiyo 4 ya katikati, ndio system ngumu kabisa. Umaienda huko form 4, unaulizwa swali ulisoma 3 years ago form 1 topic 2.
Yeah.
Unaolea na unakumbuka. Na uko na paper 1, uko na paper 2, paper 3. Leave alone the university where you have just one is even better. Just have one unit. If you umeisoma umeisahau. If you hujaisahau, you practice it, yeah? So the toughest na huyu jamali na hiyo that range of form 4 alipata B or A. Huyo ni mtu wako, we can't use him. Yes. So kama hivyo labda alieba exam na mtu akiambia hivyo labda alieba exam, then he should go back to the is not qualified to be the higher education.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can say from my point of view,
yeah.
I want you to agree with me or deny the fact that campus politics is a source of ukabila. Kwa sababu ukitaka kusimama, taking to a local context of TUM, utasikia Mulembe declaration, kidogo Wakisi, kidogo Wajaluo. So can we say that campus is the source of tribalism, ambapo sasa wewe ukitoka hapa ushazoea we mobilize across tribal lines, pia nikipanda hapo juu format is the same. Do you agree with that?
I disagree with you. actually the young people and the leaders in the university should be the people to distract the tribalism that is rising. And that is why I've said that I'm a member of Visionary Alliance for Ruto, because I'm against the lane of what Gashagwa is doing, the tribalism narrative. But there's sometimes when you come, like umefanya exam, like me, I was in Nairobi school, actually, where it's good. I think this summer box is for because I saw Shabal. Shabal is is alumni, is an Cambrian like me in Nairobi school.
Exactly.
So again, I'm very happy when you see you bring when I was the Cambrians, the Cambrians or Pacherians. So when you're in Nairobi, you get a letter of umeitwa tomb. You are coming to a strange land. Like even me, sikuwa nimekuja Mombasa by the way. Yes, sikuwa nimekuja, ukweli useme tu. Sikuwa nimekuja Mombasa from Nairobi, the left, niliacha hapo Machakos. So south. So nimepata, you are coming to a strange land. So when universities long ago, it started long ago, when the university were being granted charters, they felt that even the historians who came with a narrative that says that charity begins at home. It is not something, it's not a proverb that was created. It was created by meanings. So somebody came with welfare association where some people can speak a normal language and form and assist their people. So in a university, you found that when you join to a university, you are introduced to a community welfare associations. Like when you get to TUM, I was taken to a thing called Kasatum. That is for Luo students that are within. The main aim was first is just to interact within ourselves. Yes. To know each other in case, because if you come to Mombasa the first day, your mom has left with the second day. Uko hapa Mombasa ujue hata mwembe tayari, wewe ulikuwa unaona tu pembe za ndovu, yeah? Unipata? Yeah. So you must have people who you feel that my home person, there's that I believe charity begins at home. Somebody will speak one language can tell me beast also came here, those who have been there. So they strengthen. When they strengthen, there was also that the power of leadership empowerment within. The first thing was the welfare. If one of us from home hana nyumba, you can get a roommate, you come together, who you speak language you have known, you can even retrace. Yeah? Because you are still naive 1 week old in the university. That's why these community association are within the university. And they play a bigger role. A new student from Lowland, from Kisumu, if he comes to Mombasa, he has a house, he can consult something. He gets even his neighbor from home. Then they can speak, they can retrace. Now I'm safe with this person. But because we are being also told when you come to Mombasa or when you go to, somebody goes to Garissa University. So that was came for the community, which is well articulated and is doing a good role. But also under the core objectives, also to nurture our people to venture in the leadership positions within the association itself and the university at large. So sometimes if it is a norm, even in the States, United States of America, you first have a meeting with your family, with the state you are living in. Then you say that if I'm in Washington, first my strong base are people in the Washington. So it's not about tribalism, but if you are embraced by your people, so you are it was a belief like a Luo, if your people embrace you, when you go to the fight, it becomes easy and smoother. Even the gods of Ramogi are very happy that our people have embraced you. So that is why there is the norm. When I go to the race, the first sake you start with your home, which also you kickstarted and Ulianza. That's why there's a saying that says, who does not look back where he came from will not reach his destination. So if you don't look that, when I came to university, this is the first person who host me, I didn't know anybody. The leaders, the leadership will also have messed. So it goes to even the other communities that is Kisi. Then you come now, you embrace other communities. There's another second home is your classmates. Those are always the strong voting bloc, even after the community. It depends what is the basis. It is not a matter of bringing tribalism. It is not wrong associating with your people and also getting the support base from your people. Now, in the implementation part is when, if you want to say that I want to favor Mwaikwasi because it's not from a Luo, because I'm also a Luo, then there is where you mess it. So if you can see in our leadership part, we are all rounded. That's why even in the system, there's also gender balance. There's also ethnic balance. The university also feels that their origins, there's some things that somebody are perfect at. You find that Luos that say that they have wisdom or knowledge. There are Kikuyus who are good in entrepreneurship. There are some people who are good on academics or even the brain. So if you join them together in a leadership, they make, there's a unique thing that I can't possess. Like if you see I'm black, you'll say this totally is a Luo. Yeah. So sir, they marinate and they force, they bring the face of Kenya and also the university. So I can't take it that is for tribalism. Actually, the university are the people fighting tribalism.
Exactly.
Yes.
So let me draw you back kidogo. In just a few words, you can answer me this. What influences the declaration? Kwamba huyu ndo watu wa Mlembe wamesema wakienda kutengeneza ni huyu. Wajaluo wamesema wakienda kutengeneza ni huyu. Wakisiwa wamesema ni huyu. What's the deciding factor? Because I hear kunakuwa na issue kama ya clans, pesa. So what's the deciding factor for community to endorse you at a university election?
To endorse you is you go through a vetting. If I'm made to understand, you go to a vetting where man is not that much a proprietary in the vetting. We see your experiences. We see what you have done to the university, even at the club level or at the society level. Yeah, your consistency in the assisting or even the inputs you do when the association has got how you solve issues in the past. Then also there's also the following part. There's somebody that is embraced across, so that many people feel it is not by coincidence that when you go to a group of 30 people, 20 people says that we feel this is the best. They look across. How also the presentability part. How can you fight for us? I might be good in fighting. I might be good in equation, but who will implement things for the students? Who have the students' issues at heart? So that was what qualifies you to be a top contender in Labda University itself, or even at the community level. You must be vetted. Though it is not a restriction, if you feel the decision is not made, it's just a passerby to have a voting block. In every race you go, you must have that, the voting block. My people have embraced me. So even I want to go and talk with other people, they feel that this is a person they are home. They know him better than us. We feel is the best. But you can find that even 10 people come, but 10 people cannot be in a union. So it's also your right to part the ways to make it through there. It's not a surety that if these people, there's just a blessings.
Oh.
If they grant you a blessing, you will automatically win. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although I'm curious further on that, but we can proceed.
Yeah.
Many people say that the university unions nowadays are not that vibrant because when you look at let's say the times of Babu, ambapo angesema if Ringera does not behave and give us help by tarehe fulani, we shut down. Unapata kuna total shutdown the whole country. But siku hizi unaona student leadership imepoa anaweza sema.
What I can
So
say,
it's like you have started going to bed with the administration.
What I can say, it's a choice of students to be, and there are many ways to solve issues. There's also generational change, but what much I can say that has affected the vibrancy part of the part or currently, we had what is called the universal suffrage.
Yeah.
Universal suffrage. That is the dual before. If you are running for presidency, every student must go to vote. You must unapanga line every student. If you are 20,000, you campaign to every single student. That was called a mode of the universal voting mode. Then there's also there's a bill that was made by Duale, the current health CSL, so it's called the Duale bill. That was the delegate system. Yeah, the delegate system, where there's a representative of a faculty or even a department. They go there, they talk to their people, then they go and vote at the top. So you find that most student leaders have not gone much to the grassroots of the people. They might have linked directly to the delegates, So you find that the vibrancy come at the delegates level because I don't have four vote even at the bigger part of the people. So, but it's our choice to to be vibrant and to stand. I always feel when it's right, something right, we just do it at the right way. If it's wrong, you caution it and say this is wrong. And I remember, if in any way you do it, you meet the goal, it's allowed. So I don't see much. If you compare first in every Kenya, even in the world, people always love what is past. Even somebody who was not even something, that person was very powerful. That person was but how would we measure power?
But Babu was very powerful in those days.
Absolutely.
Yeye angeongea pale Nairobi, ungepata hata pa Coast, Nyanza, wapi, kila mahali.
So there was a coordination. There was a coordination of student leadership where if Babu is the president, he coordinates across all universities, and there's a structured way that sometimes the university vice chancellors support. There's a coordination that he can make a decision as their chair, then other people in other universities to do. It's not about mandamano. And he stood, if there's a lot of mandamano during that time, there were many problems because people are doing things manually. There's no system. So even the changes that have been made to the system has killed it. You know? Because that time people will say we don't have Nini. So you can go from mandamano because you can see there are many issues at that point. The current government at least has reduced many things. Things you do through e-citizen, things if you go to the system, you just get your results. The other time you find that results zimewekwa hapo kwa wall. Then hujapata jina yako. Si unaenda tu maandamano ba. So the vibrancy is not even coming out with the factor. There were much problems and resolved problems at that time. Then also on the campaign basis, if you're campaigning to 20,000 and kill people, a bigger number are involved in the election. So the broader part. When you come to delegation system, it has at least, you don't reach many people. It's a role to reach many people, but many people take it very, the only delegate who will win is Taomba kura yake. I get it. It's like now Kenya, if you say that the governors are the people voting for Ruto, you want to know Ruto here to come to Majengo. The governor will say that Ruto will just look who governor was won, we'll work with it.
Yeah.
So that is a relative of the basis. But student leadership is the transition of to the national politics.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
I think that's my position on that.
Exactly. So talking about the issue of vibrancy and going to bed with the administration. I remember very well during the time when the new funding model was about to be introduced back then. Kakuna tetes nyingi, student leaders wakatishia kugoma. Ghafla bin vu mkaitwa State House. You are part of that delegation. What happened at State House? Ghafla ile band system ilikuwa mbaya, all of a sudden imekuwa nzuri. What happened at State House?
I can tell you, if you go to the media,
not a matter of going to the media. You are there at State House.
No, State House was, we were going to fight for students for affordable housing. Personally, as a beast and Elvis president of TUM. For new funding, I didn't go to State House. I was not even part of that team. Because
but personally, went to State House.
I was,
went to State House.
Yes, there's a team. So I'm giving you the real part of it.
Yeah.
If during our tenure, if there are big team that fought against new funding model, even my vice chancellor, if he's listening to me, there's a time we were at KSG, and for that reason, I'll share the videos are the same.
Yeah,
I was the lead of the against the national new funding model in the entire country. Actually, when when we went to Naivasha for the same, when Monari goes to, and even the PS for Beatrice Nyangala, after his speech, we do a press. We moved out from the hall saying, no, this thing is not favoring our people. We don't want, we fought it. We also went to Nini, we went to KSG, even that friend Babu was there. After that, even our vice chancellor ran away because it was a meeting of vice chancellors and university student leaders and the PSS for the education. And so sometimes if a new thing comes, sometimes for it to work, it takes time. But during our time, we wanted to work immediately. The narrative was very nice. but the workability structure for the new funding model was not working. So we found out that the research, because the argument was, if you are a very needy person, let's say, for example, a son of a president, let's say a son of Ruto is in the university, and a son of Mwaikwasi, we still hustler up at a summer box, ako kwa university. These people, the mapato yao ni different.
Sure.
So they felt that there's a difference of classes within the university. If your son is a son of a top official, you shouldn't be in band one. You should be in the last band where you pay a big amount. Somebody who is in band one and afar halipi chochote. Actually, it came with a structure that there's somebody who totally, if you do the structure, they do the intelligence, they found out that you are a total orphan, you don't have in the same, you don't pay fees, it's free for you. If you go to band two, labda mamako ni mwalimu, anapata kidogo, unaweka hapo, unalipa kidogo. It was a very good narrative, but the implementation part is what we were fighting. Because we found out that kumbe kuna watu kwa official hapa, because kila mtu anapenda pesa. Anasema watoto wangu wote, hata as much as any mtoto wa kiongozi, juu yeye kiongozi ako na link kwa education, anawekwa kwa bandi, analipi kitu, so hata babake hana issue ya fees. So the implementation part was very fast, and we fought it for the biggest time. If you see, even in TUM, I did a demonstration against it, new funding model, and I even have the start, no new funding model. But at the moment, we were still not, it was not workable. It was new to the system. So the team that were pro were called again to go and we pitch how this thing works, and we bring this thing. We also brought an issue. That part of a team of student leaders. Then the government itself took us students who are at least not so much vibrant, made a committee of student leaders, as who are very consistent. Remember, we were like 4 presidents who were against it. Hatukuwekwa kwa hiyo committee, new funding model committee. That is the team that went to State House. They did it, and actually we went and fought for them. No, why are you going this on the same? So that is the team that went. Personally, for new funding model, I wasn't called for State House. Actually, even they couldn't dare. I remember my friend Dennis Itumbi called me very night, Elvis, you are not understanding this thing. Can you rise? Then he told us we will be in what's it called? In KICC. We went and we go and pitch, because also we were not finding it well with the vice chancellors. They were not training as well. We went there, then also problem. Actually, I sat next to Melio Kipsang, and there, a president of KEM was there. We came out, no, it's wrong, yeah? But the problem was the narrative is good, but workability of it was not well. So it was not a part, that was not part of the team of State House. State House, the first time we went was when affordable came, actually they bring think tanks to come with affordable hostels, with the PS Charles Singer. That's what took me to State House. But for this was another team that came, that even that committee, when they went out of power, I don't know if it was disbanded. But I can tell you that the idea of new funding model is the best. If it had genuinity and transparency, is the best. I believe now is working because of the fights and the fights we did before. Yes.
Kwa kiongozi umekuwa compromised. Ndio maana nasema, okay, let's come to vile tumesema, campus politics are a stepping stone towards national politics.
Yes.
You have served, umemaliza. Sasa unalenga wapi ndugu yangu?
Malengo.
Unalenga wapi?
It's I don't know, it's an outbreak of student leaders. That's I've told you that if you sometimes want to make it, sometimes you need patience. There's a time for everything. Actually, me, if I was to vie, I could have been president before, but I felt still not my time. Actually, the time I was vying, all my peers then graduate. I was telling my opponent, if my people could be here, the people we came with, then you couldn't be even in this university.
You're an elder.
Yes, because I came first, did a 3-year course, graduated, took a bachelor's within itself. That year, I was kusimama because I went for SG. Things went well. We sued the university for stealing our victory, but we were consistent and patient. Then later we became president. I was saying that if I could be in SG, I couldn't be president that time. So there's a time and everything needs. Politics, as you said, is sometimes costly. the outside politics. There's now a difference with the one that you can bring comrades to fund you. Sometimes you facilitate yourself. So the need of it, politics is wide. And sometimes they say politics is about interest. I would wish that the university, what was as education, we stabilize in our professional fields. When we have done and understood what came to the university, we can run for political position. But as we speak for now, as Beast, I'm not going for any political position. Exactly. Though there's much pressure, run for Chuda MCA, run for home, what is the same. But I always believe, as I told you from the kickstart, it needs patience. It needs also good timing if you want to serve the people, because it will be useless also if you're going to lose. As a person who have learned, we don't go to test. We always go, we know that at the same time you're going to pick it. We're not going to test.
Exactly.
So there's also an outbreak of many people, like in our era, I think we had few people when you're smami. Kila mtu almost anasimama MCA, anasimama what. I wish them well, and I would wish youth for youth to win. I would very wish a colleague that we served with in other universities or MCA somewhere, blah, blah, they have made it the same, and we support them. There's no negotiation in supporting a fellow youth. That one we won't negotiate. Whether it's in which party, there's no negotiation in supporting a fellow youth that has stabilized well and has been embraced by the people.
Exactly. Yeah. So now let's come to the national political arena.
Yes.
2027 is beckoning. From your look of things, we have several camps. Kiangalia hii ngambo nyingine kuna watu wanasema sisi ndo Sifuna. Hii ngambo nyingine watu wanasema high cousins, wanajiita United Opposition. Alafu hii ngambo nyingine tukuna Mngwana.
Mecheche.
Mngwana wa Kenya Kwanza. Rais ambaye anataka tutam. From your view, how will be the 2027 race come to be?
On the presidential view, first, as I speak now, I suspect, and I presume that President William Ruto will be the next president of Kenya for the 2 term.
Why?
First, as I look on, you've said there's so many camps. Yeah. Before we go to the developments he's done, but I've told you, politics, for you to win, a good person wins as if you have a good plan house. He has a good plan and is not at the right times faces the lion, or even the lion faces him. What I'm trying to say is the camps that I see is still undecided. I don't know now. The only person that I know that is competing Ruto, as we speak, going for presidency, was come out and pushed through the party is Owalo. Yes, Owalo. Eliud Owalo was the chief of staff of Nini. The rest, I don't know who is going for presidency.
But Owalo, from the look of things, okay, also when I look at several issues and listen to several analysts, they say that
it's a project.
It's a project. Yeah. Why? Come 2027, the most likely there will be a pact between UDA and ODM that where we are filling our candidates, you should not fill yours. You get. So Ruto will use Owalo. Here's why. Unaona mali ODM wanasimamisha. Ruto haizi simamisha candidate na UDA, si ndio? That's where Owalo's party will come in.
No, that's a lie.
Kuhakikisha kwamba anavuruga Luo Nyanza.
Those assumptions, because as we speak, I heard what the Secretary General of UDA is saying. I'm a full life member of ODM, by the way.
Exactly.
Life member of ODM. There was a very good internal issues on what is it called? Zoning. Yeah. As we speak, there's no an agreement that there's zoning, which I believe even we personally came out to go against zoning. Any person who the people feels is good, no matter the party, let him go. So that's a misconception that there's somebody who can as a simamisha na huyu. That's not there.
But there's most likely to be zoning. Sababu gani? Oburu amesema hawataika presidential candidate. Unaona? So obviously yeye atamwambia hii si tumewachia, pia hizi zingine mtuachie. It may not be all the seats, but the crucial seats.
That thing is not about
the same way kama pale Nairobi unapataga kwa mfano hizi zingine tunazapishana, lakini hii ya governor hebu
the decision has not been made for the party leader for ODM not to field a presidential candidate. It is not based on that they have zoned. No. I think it's a wide thing that if we start to talk, we won't finish it now. But the norms of a party, and there is sometimes when the king sometimes dies, there must be not doing the same thing, similar things how we have been doing it. So when a king stand, you must revamp back, recollect. You can't say that we're running. We have told you that as we always go and take it, whether we're take it. So they've done analysis and they've said that I was also part when Baba before went to the broad-based team. He was going to every places and regions to consult. Ruto has called me. Ruto has want us to work together as members and co-people and opinion shapers in this country. What do you see on the same? And I remember vividly when Baba came to Coast, we were a group of, I don't think if there are more than 20. And my friend Civilizer was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were with him. So there's a section of people collected across Coast that came to we met at the office of the government. Baba came himself. He told us the mere story. Sometimes it was a secretive meeting, yes. He told us very well how the things well. How do you feel as to move well? We need a country. And I've come to ask you if it's possible to work with these people and with this on the same. And actually it was, I can remember my senior and our big senior friend Civilize is the one where as many as say oh hi, Baba say as many as say hi. Then tell them that for now, I would wish you to work with a broad-based government and to work with this guy called Ruto. We also need a country, and will be also helpful for our people. So even me, note that I hear that Baba Leniaja, I was there, the governor of Mombasa can confirm. We were in that team. I can't lie or what, but if it's there on that day, we met, and that is how I found. I was not supporting Ruto at all. Yeah, but they sometimes listen to the seniors or what. So even Baba at his death, he left at this basis, which there's something so that as young people have not seen. So as a party leader, the direction, sometimes you finish the road on the same. So just to repeat to you, as we speak, I'm telling you that Ruto, if the election is done today, will win with a bigger margin. Because first, the person nilikuwa naona ametoka as early as now where there's a countdown, we have like 300 days to go. There's somebody saying that they don't know if they're going for presidency. They're not. You must plan yourself. I've told you it says I need packaging and planning yourself, and you want to go. So now I don't know who is the competitor, but the Ruto is the only person who has said the rest. So if it's done, he'll go and oppose. And if it's Owalo is genuine, and there's a big Owalo 10-0 because I don't see the vote base across. So I don't know. The Gashago is saying that he might, but is impeached. So Ruto is the next president. For now, I feel that.
Exactly. So that's your thought. I'm a whole different thought, but maybe I'll call you on that day as we decide on the choices that we have. So now cascading down from national politics, we come to local, the county political arena. How do you foresee that race? We have the incumbent and we have the potential aspirants. Maybe just to mention them, we have Honorable Shabal, we have Alimbogo, we have Jichopevu. Yeah, just to mention a few.
Thank you so much. Well, Nala is one by one. If I see, as currently, what I foresee is it's a tough race. It's a race of experienced and also a race of stable people. So I foresee a stiff competition if they're bad. As we speak, I can tell you that if the mindset are still maintained, how people still vote, because I've done research, and I can tell you that there are many ways how people vote. Other people vote based on tribe. Other people vote based on what you did, your developments. There are also people who vote just because labda uliwapatia kazi but you're not doing on basis, and also how your track record. Shabal is a strong candidate in the race, but that trust has been lost by these supporters. First, Suleiman Shabal, as a fellow Cambrian, yes, is a fellow old Cambrian. But I can say that withdrawing during the race, I was supporting Abu Samad though. Withdrawing that race, unexpectedly without no consultations, going across ones that have left it for the DNA. It's a vacuum that has been unfilled. If you do so much loyalist of Shabal, you'll get that they even cried at the truths. We are not the same. He could have consulted. These people have called me. So a nature of human being will wish this person was not vying for interest of us, was vying for his own interest. So he has gone to the room. Other people say rumors. He was promised what, or what. But a good person who votes on principles doesn't believe that. So regaining that trust as a good job is still a vacuum. So people coming back again, the question will he get to the ballot? This person who might support you to the nearing the ballot, then he goes back. So a bigger number will have depreciated on that. I've told you that people who vote basis on party, and I've told you that good leaders, I can tell you that were vying even in this county with UDA. I don't want to mention, but other people voted because they are not aligned to Baba. Yeah. And this was a Baba's own base. They are not even with the party of Baba. They don't even want to know this is a coastal party. They were not given only one or two manage, like in Mombasa. A person who managed was like Muhammad Ali in Nyali, but across 99% was that basis. So as we speak, a bigger number in Mombasa are aligned to Totam, aligned to Ruto, and also aligned to the ODM, that is for Oburu, and the deputy party leader, who is the governor, are a much 90% in Mombasa, even coastal region, are aligned to the dynamics of the party. Like even me still, I believe in the dynamics of the party. But I'm going to find it different in the absence of Baba now to vote that it has been said they look at the principles. But I believe also persuade other people to work on that principle. But there's a still bigger number. That's where now Muhammad Ali comes in. Muhammad Ali comes with the wiper. He mentioned he's going with the wiper. If the mindset still exists, he still have a big way to go. He might get his basis lab in Nyali because as an invader, we have not seen him much. But in Nyali, might have his voting block. But a bigger number cross even within Nyali. The votes that didn't vote for him might run on. You are lost. You are not coast want to move. Developments has been brought. If you go, you are lining to the person who is opposing. He was a deputy president. He didn't do for us. Might not favor him. So I give him another few percentage on that. But also coming with a wiper, there's a big number of Kambas in the region.
Because when you look at the area of Changamwe there, that's
Kamba comes to second by then voting after Mijikenda in Mombasa. So also might favor, but still what I'm telling you on the voting mindset. So when it comes to Abdul Samad might be the next two-term governor for Mombasa. I'm not saying that he's a sycophant. I'm not saying that he has totally, rarely, once in a while I talk with the governor. I'm not employed with him. Somebody might say that they give you money. There's a narrative that people give me. I don't even know M-Pesa name of my governor. But I love the ideologies that he makes. He's solving issues. And I've known also the bureaucracy in the politics because I'm also an analyst and a researcher. And I can tell you that there are much people, if I do comparison of Abdul Samad as a governor and even Joe, which was there, I can still rate on the development. Abdul Samad was well. In the vibrancy and the publicity, Joe was ahead. But solving and even aligning the issues of Mombasa in a line is well. And also he has a cabinet that is working well. Labda they're not much. I can give a hand to Dan Manyala, Waziri wa Infrastructure. Actually, Dan Manyala is doing a good job. Because of him, my vote also even in the entire cabinets on the other sectors that are doing, though they are not doing perfect, but I can tell them that it is easier. The race is stiff. I don't know why the ground at some points are hostile, but I believe politics is about persuasion. So if I'm to rank them, Abdul Samad will come first, seconded by Muhammad Ali, and Shabal comes third. In my analysis, if election that are being done today.
Bogo last.
Bogo doesn't look so far. It's a strong candidate, but he has not materialized in his gone outside Kisauni. He has not made much. Then politics. You say that you must be discussed and you must be scarce. You must be discussed. The discussion around Mbogo, it was its timeline. Then politics is dynamic. Today you are well, tomorrow you are not well. So the consistency part of him across on the gubernatorial race might not come well with him. Then senior also, Awiti is also in the race. Awiti Bolo, the VDP party leader. The VDP party leader is also an experienced. So it's a race of experienced. He has been MPs. Almost all these people. Mbogo has been an MP. Muhammad Ali now has been a two-term MP.
In fact, both of them have been MPs.
MPs, all of them. So it's a race of titans and a very strong race of experience. So, but my view on that analysis can tell you that is my percentage. Asirang Abdulsamad. I'm saying I know some places are still much hostile, but I'm trying to do a reason why these people are hostile. What has he not done? Because if you see on Abdulsamad, you can resonate on it. This place has an issue, we can do. But there's also unfulfilled promises. That is the nature of politicians. But we must also tell the governor to work on his implementation basis, also strengthen his team. We'll also help him to strengthen his team. There's like he promised to a student center. It has not been brought. So if you work on this unfulfilled promises, he will be good to go and be the top contender. Yeah.
Exactly, sure. So maybe as we go to the wrap-up, you can offer your word of advice to the upcoming student politicians and maybe to the general Kenyan at large. But before then,
yes,
a final question, and then you go to the wrap-up. I want to ask you your biggest mistake.
My biggest mistake
in student politics.
In student politics. My biggest mistake in student politics was making sure I was going for an SG and making sure the returning officer announces those people who stole from us, somebody who lost, to giving him a time to speak. The returning officer of the university during the election to speak that we have been our team, then we go to the court. That was my big mistake. I always believe that before anything announcement has been done, there must be a clarification, or else you must be announced as a winner. When you believe you are the winner and the people believe you are the winner.
So you force the returning to declare the loser and then you go to court?
No. The results were coming in. Then the winner was announced. We expected to be the winners. And all the university at large, we expected we were the winners. Then we gave a time and room for returning officer to mention that our opponents won. Who was not even our big opponent. Our opponents won. And it was structured and made public, and they were sworn in. So my biggest mistake was allowing this announcement, as well allowing this swearing in before. That was my biggest mistake. Yes, but we sacked the legal justice way. That is the court, High Court. We went to the High Court. Pambana na shule ikakuwa mingi. We withdrew the case because we wanted to vie again. But my biggest mistake was allowing this announcement in campus politics. But I've learned a lot about itself. And we appreciate also those people who have been mentoring us. Somebody like President Emeritus has played a very key role in the student leadership in Kenya. I think he's the one who brought us from the ideology of demonstration and to dialogue. He sat with us so much for long. He sat with all student leaders in Kenya. That there's not much everything can be solved through demonstration as students mindset it. You can bring that such issue to solve it through dialogue, and it is workable, and the link for it to be done. So we appreciate that. Yeah, and there's so many sources to become vibrant, not just going just for the demonstration to be powerful. No. Exactly. So I appreciate Super PS Raymond Omolo.
Exactly. Yeah. Sure. So maybe your final words to the general Kenyan population, members of this channel.
First, to Kenyans at large who are listening to us, I urge you so much that lack of information is something that is a big disease in Kenya, and we are here as a team to sensitize for you. I believe I've done a comparison of all presidential since Jomo Kenyatta, and I can tell you that President Ruto is working. I urge all Kenyans to understand what the developments the president is doing, and you'll see that the past those people are joking with our money. I was asking what was Uhuru doing with our money? So come in large numbers, vote for Ruto for the second term, then we move as a team. So, to all the teams, I want to appreciate Sema Box for vibing with us. It's a nice thing, and I urge so many people. This is the biggest political conversation arena. Actually, I've been to Uganda.
Yeah.
I've been to TZ. You said in Kenya, but it's the best in East and Central Africa.
Exactly.
So subscribe. Actually, if you say that it's just in Kenya, then you're mistaken. I've gone to TZ and Uganda. I can tell you Sema Box is the best in East and Central Africa. Like, subscribe, and there's power in having knowledge. I told you sometimes we want to be responsible for a lack of knowledge. And to Mwaikwasi, thank you for hosting me. And all team, to my VR teams, stay consistent. And last thing is, together we stand, divided we fall.
Exactly.
Let's come together. There's power in unity. Let's be patient. Things will unfold. A seed planted today cannot sprout the following day. So we must embrace patience. And also to the community around, the young people and the young talents, let's do something valuable we do. Currently, we are hosting Mr. and Miss Tourism Coast. The theme is fashioning peace, security, and tourism through fashion and through beauty. So a consistent thing to give back to the community. So as young champions, that is what we are offering.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. And I would wish to be coming here visitors consistently. Yes.
Exactly. No problem, Kiongozi. We'll always stay in touch. You know, like we meet almost on a daily basis. So definitely we'll work on
kuna swali
something.
hujaniuliza.
Gani boss?
Swali ya sijui daktari PS yasimama nini?
Sawa,
lakini
okay. Wacha nikurushie basi kabla hatujafunga. Daktari PS amekuwa na mambo mengi sana kwa mtandao, ana blog, anaonyesha projects za serikali, anasumbuana na kina Wanga kule. What's in the mind of the PS? Where is the PS eyes looking to? Will it be in the race come 2027?
No, the PS is not vying for any post. As far as I'm concerned, this is how I will say. There's something. I've told you that we perish as Kenyans from lack of knowledge. And that is why we have come with all these movements to sensitize to the people. Dr. Enwendo Molo is a principal secretary, State Department of Interior. And what is called, we are always leaving the bigger part that is called national administration. Sawa. National
administration.
What do you mean with administering across nationally? That's why it comes across if there's an event for this. So we have not understood the bigger part of all of it. Then what I've seen, everything that had been done, politics is a very crucial and a funny field. Some sort of which is not basis. But I can tell you that Dr. Raymond PS is a gift and blessing to President Ruto. I've been a student leader. I can tell you that it took me 2 years for him to buy the idea of what he was telling, but he was very consistent. He could call us, we ran away from him, but I can tell you that he had goodwill. Like the student leaders, that many civic conferences that is at his own cost that is doing to student leaders. To those people, bloggers. Blogging is something that pays. If you are professional in the field, is bringing and changing the life of, if I was a blogger, like me, I was a very strong blogger. It brings professional people who are in the content to train people, young people, to make this your blogging to pay, not to kutusi mtu. That's why I'm not even in TikTok, because kuna kutusi mingi. So that is why Raymond, he cuts across, he's administered nationally. So sometimes as Kenyans, sometimes if you do good, people will think that this is Kenyans that have a bad heart that they can't do it. But I thank that Dr. for doing, and do not cease to do good to these people. That's why people think that this person wants even to go for residence. Raymond is just supporting and implementing and sensitizing to people what Ruto has done. Personally, I've even asked him, are you running for this? So there's something also, even God was a jealous God. Jesus was a jealous God. This is the nature of people saying, oh no, because they don't want even people who do good to our people. That is what Ruto is bringing to equalize everything. Wajir, there was in 10 years, I don't know how many years, there have never been Nini in Wajir. He goes there at Wajir, then does a public function like Mashuja or Madaraka Day in Wajir. Nyota, he was in Masabit to do Masabit. Have you been to Masabit? You have not been to Northeastern.
Yeah.
If you go to that place, they say that we have seen things we have not seen. So there's some jealousy that a group of people always feel that this thing should just be done for us. So when Raymond comes, inapigwa kitu nzuri lazima pigwe. But Daktari is not running. Even Ruto is the one running for presidency. I think there's no fight. Actually, the most united community now, things low. I've not seen a big fight. Is what is called the blogging part. I'm telling you, people fight. Actually, the people who differentiate other one are rebel leaders. It's us who is in the media.
Yeah.
That these people are friends. Yeah.
Exactly. Sure.
Yeah. But with that, I want you not to centralize it under interior too. There's something part under State Department. Go and look it. It's called administration, national administration. It cuts across. And security also cuts across everywhere, even in Baraza Lab, even in Sema Box. You are safe here kwa sababu ya Raymond Omolo.
Shukran sana kiongozi for joining us. Thank you so much once again for our esteemed members of this political show for tuning in. This has been the Mwaikwasi Mic, the biggest political show. I'm told it's not in Coast alone, but
in Eastern Central Africa.
Exactly.
Yes, from experience.
Yeah, exactly. In Eastern Central Africa, this is the place to go. Of course, a huge thank you to our partners, the Sema Box, for bringing this production live. Thank you so much, and we hope to join you. No, we hope for you to join us.
Yes.
In our next episode and political analysis. This is the Mwaikwasi Mic, the home of political conversations. Thank you. Till next time.